Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Daily Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Thursday, May 16th. Hope you're having a great day so far today. We do got a few economic news to go over today, so we'll start off with the weekly jobless claims that we get every Thursday. So for a few weeks there, we were getting some pretty high numbers, or at least it was rising, not really high, but some higher numbers on the weekly jobless claims. So the previous week it came in at 228,000. However, forecasts were calling for 217,000, even though the other weeks were calling for that and still getting higher ones. This time it actually exceeded that down to lower level at 212,000. So we got a lower number than what we've been seeing for the past few weeks here, which is obviously a good sign for the labor markets here. Now we also got some good news here in the housing, which we got housing starts for the month of April. So these are basically new homes are being constructed now. And the previous report came out in March, which was kind of disappointing, was at 1.168 million. And these are analyzed units. And forecasts were calling for 1.209 and exceeded that at 1.235 million. So a good sign that more homes are being created or being started with construction here. And then on top of that, we even got some more good news with the building permits. So these are future construction deals. And this also disappointed back in March was 1.288 million that came in at, and the forecast were calling for a slight increase to 2.91. It came in a little bit hotter at 1.296 building permits. So overall, good housing starts, good permits for future housing starts, and we got the weekly jobless claims are looking good. And then on the icing on the cake is the Philly Fed Index. This is the manufacturing out of the Philadelphia region. We had earlier in the week the manufacturing data that came out in New York, and that jumped up quite a bit too. So as you can see here, this jumped up. We went from 8.5 for a forecast of 10.1 all the way up to 16.6, almost doubled our manufacturing in the Philadelphia region, which is obviously a very good sign for the economy. So let's jump ahead here to the headline news. Stock market's actually up. It's taking more cue lately. It's been taking its cue from this whole drama with the U.S.-China negotiations. So today, obviously, with the data that we got today on the economic calendar, it's taking its cue mostly from that. The Dow's up over 200 so far this morning. However, there are some news that popped up that it seems to be that the U.S. is directing more towards Huawei, I think this is pronounced Huawei, which is a Chinese telecom company, and basically it's going to make it difficult for them. They're basically putting them on a list of entities that is basically a limit or them buying anything from U.S. companies. So basically, U.S. companies may or may not be allowed to sell them any goods here from the U.S. So they do get a lot of their chips from the U.S., and that may be proved to be difficult for them to obtain. They may have to look for another source for that. And this seems to be so this is going to add a little bit more of a spark towards the the trade negotiations that we've been listening to. So let's kind of move on to see how the bond market is playing out. And we got the bond market's down 8 basis points, so not quite yet enough to give us worse pricing, but it's pushing it, so we'll have to wait and see how the day goes. But right now it's down 8 basis points. I would say right now the pricing is unchanged from what we saw yesterday. So in that regards, I think we'll be all fine. As you can see here, the yields rebounded a little bit. They're up to 2.41. They were down to about 2.37 yesterday, so they did have a little bit of improvement after being pressured yesterday. And that pretty much is a wrap. Again, mortgage rates are unchanged from yesterday. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.